next on Comic Topics, we got The Flash. Now, Flash just came back with a new episode, and let's see, Patty Spivack's leaving, Wally West is dead in a street racer apparently, and of course Jay Garrett, he's sick, and that's why he really needs to get speed back so his immune system could heal and he could stay alive.
Makes sense.
Harrison Wells, as always has his ulterior motives and
Trick up the sleeves.
Yeah, trick up his sleeves, right?
Or watch out for that
Cisco.
ace.
Yeah, Cisco. And
So a pervert and a weirdo.
yeah, pretty much. And well, Flash is Flash, doing his thing as normal. And the Reverse Flash is back.
Awesome.
And that's what I love. I love the Reverse Flash. He's a great bad guy. When I went to Comic Con, of course, this was during the time when Tom Cavanaugh, who plays Dr. Wells, was Reverse Flash. This time it's the original version of him. So it's his very first time he comes to Flash's world, and it's his origin, basically. His first visit.
So it's more of a backstory of.
Yeah, it's a backstory, but it's still a future story. Like, what's he doing back? I'm like, well, this is the first time he's came back. So, but if we destroyed him, why is he here? Well, he could be an Earth 2 version of him, for all we know. Or, they never actually explained if Eddie died or not at the very finale of the first season.
Yeah.
So he could still very well be alive because he got sucked into that portal too. So if he's alive, then what, Iris may be looking for hope. Like, oh my God, Eddie's alive if he's alive. But we never know until the next episode comes. But the Reverse Flash coming back
It's a
is
big
a good
thing.
sign.
It's
Yes.
a very big thing. It's a big thing, and also it's a good thing. It's more of a yin and a yang.
Yeah.
He has his bad guy. He needed to push him to his limits, to test him is what it is.
To get to his full potential.
Exactly. Granted, that's not exactly why Reverse Flash was here, but that's exactly what Flash can learn from it. Where can I go? How fast can I run? How fast can I get? It all leads. He needs to test himself.
But also, I think is an interesting dynamic on the show would be he actually gets to see the guy who killed his mom. He gets to see his real face. He gets to look at him and like, okay, that's the guy who killed my mom. And I could stop looking at Wells like he's the bad guy. Even though Wells has an ulterior motive, like always, but he's just trying to save his daughter. That's understandable. You're a father. You would do the same thing. If I was a dad, I'd be pulling John Hughes all over the city if I had to save my kid. Okay,
Yeah.
And like I said, Reverse Flash, great bad guy.
Exactly. He's like you've said before. It's the Joker's. It's the Joker.
Yeah, it's the Flash version of the Joker. You got Zoom on the TV show, who's like the Bane version for of the Flashes.
Yeah.
Because he broke Flash's back, threw him all over town, showed everybody this is your hero, he's fallen. That's just like, this guy's smarter than me, he's faster than me, he knows my tricks.
But also you see it as, again, it is, like you said, it's his Bane. It's the stronger version, the better version.
Yeah, but my opinion and my prediction is they have Wally, they have Jay, they have Barry. All three of these people are eventually going to get super speed. And I think all three of them are going to team up, like on here, against Zoom. And that will be like an epic fight. Just every single Flash just coming together. And knowing that Zoom has an ulterior motive too is a good
the
story.
bad guy, of course.
Yeah.
An ulterior motive.
Yes, they all have ulterior motives. All right. So next on our list we have Arrow, who just came back, and Arrow, it wasn't really a special episode to be honest. I mean, all they did was just have Felicity's paralyzed. Of course, Oliver's going on the hunt for Damien Dark. And they still don't show whose grave that is at the end of the show. So who died?
Are we still recording or no? Oh,
Okay, so what are your thoughts on how Arrow's going?
I like the direction.
Alright, next we have Arrow, who just aired back on the show again. And, well, there really wasn't anything special about Arrow. Really, all it was just. Is anyone playing that video in the back? Okay. Well, I didn't know if it was playing or not. We're editing. Don't worry. We're okay.
It's got Flash and Arrow right there.
All right. So, anyways, long story short, nothing really fascinating happened. I was expecting a more detailed episode. I mean, all they showed was.
Well, it's just the first episode, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
but
see,
they left you on a cliffhanger. Is
okay.
does Felicity live? Yeah,
Okay,
she lived.
but
You know, she's
Listen,
paralyzed.
if
but
you
she
don't
lived.
leave a cliffhanger, they tell you the whole story. You're not gonna watch. You're not gonna watch it to see what happens. That's the point of shows. They want you to go, oh,
Yeah.
shit, it's over.
But also, what was a little bit disappointing was it's the show that comes on before Legends of Tomorrow, and I thought they would have
At
like
least-
a little scene
Okay,
from
understandable
Legends
there.
of Tomorrow. You know?
That's at least understandable. You're just making it seem like, it's just over. Like,
Yeah.
Now
Well,
that you're just telling me that it's after, before Legends of Tomorrow. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that
yeah.
is pretty messed up because it doesn't leave you with
Yeah,
what
like
to
a hint.
come.
Yeah, a hint or something.
Maybe that's why they don't want you to do. Maybe they don't want you to do that.
Maybe that's what they're trying to do.
Leave it
Maybe
for a surprise. It'd be cool.
they just want Legends of Tomorrow to stand alone as its own show. And
Maybe, but don't
have
forget they're
Arrow
doing
as Arrow.
crossovers with Arrow and Flash, so they're going to do a crossover eventually.
Yeah.
They're not stupid. That's one
They-
thing CW's obviously not. They reach into the pockets of DC and go, okay, this is.
Would be nice, crossovers wise, to see not only just Arrow and Flash going on Legends of Tomorrow, but Supergirl would be good.
See, but you got to think about that's ABC. Do you think ABC's going to
I
allow
thought
that?
it was CBS, same channel as Big Bang,
Then maybe. I don't.
because
I'm not sure.
It's all WB owned, but yeah, I think that would be interesting to see. Because on Supergirl, she has Tornado and Martian Manhunter on her show.
I actually seen
And it's
those,
just-
and Martian Manhunter is awesome. He looks awesome.
yeah.
He looks better than he did in Smallville.
Oh yeah, with the green shirt and the X, and he was black the whole time with a
Yeah,
blue leather coat.
didn't make much sense.
I liked Smallville. I mean, Tom Welling did a great job. 10 years as Superman, Clark Kent, and that is what started the whole DC universe.
And that's one thing. Like, I'm a Marvel guy. I love. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big Superman fan.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. But I'm a Marvel guy. I like Thor, Hulk,
Mhm.
all of them. But DC is up on them on the TV shows.
Oh.
Because all Marvel has is what? Agents of Tomorrow?
Yeah. They have Legends of Tomorrow.
But that's the thing. DC was smart about it and they went to the TV shows.
Oh yeah. It all started with Smallville,
Exactly.
and
I would like to eventually see something, along the lines of Marvel. For
Yeah.
Marvel, but if not, they still got their movies.
they got Agents of Shield, which
Yeah,
is doing
that's-
okay.
yeah.
But when Smallville started, they started. It's I think of the TV shows as a different media of the origin stories. Like every comic book series does have something different. When they reboot, they always change something. Like
Exactly.
the New 52's changed, the 80s Batman's changed, 60s Batman. They're all different, very subtly. The TV show's the same thing. With Flash, they took a lot from Smallville. I mean, Smallville had Christopher Reeve, Margot Kidder, Jane Seymour.
Yeah, and they have a
The
lot
original
of
line, yeah,
which
they
is
had-
cool.
yeah.
I like that.
They did a lot of references, flashbacks, Dean Cain, Terry Hatcher. They had all those people that were from the previous Supermans. It was like a passing of the torch kind of thing.
And that was cool. And like you said, it shows.
Yeah.
They're
It's-
passing the torch to Flash, saying, okay, you know what?
Yeah, and they also show that they love the previous incarnations, which is great. And what Flash was, look, even Flash's dad, he was the original Flash in the 1990s. And Tina McGee's on there. The mayor is played by Officer Bellows, who was in the TV show. Mark
The
Hamill's
Trickster.
back.
The Trickster
As
is still
Mark
the same.
Hamill, yeah, he's still the trickster.
Awesome.
You
It's gonna
know,
be a great year for that guy.
I know, right? Luke Skywalker, $20 million just for 5 seconds on Force Awakens.
I don't even think it was that long.
I know.
Not a word was said.
Just that was it. He
Oh,
takes
man.
off his hood. If I went to work and I got that, I'd be like, okay.
I'd get paid not to work or not to say anything.
Stand in front of the camera and just like, that's it. That's all he did.
But I'll give him credit. He did look like I don't want to say younger, but I don't want to say older. Obi-Wan as well.
Yeah.
He looked like he's taking over as Obi-Wan, the new,
Yeah.
not the new one, but the original Star Wars.
Yeah, I think he's because the beard, because they all had beards. I mean, Qui-Gon had a beard, Obi-Wan had a beard. They grow that when they're the master, and they have to train their young Padawans.
Exactly.
You know. But enough about Star Wars, because we could talk about Star Wars for a whole episode. Clearly, you know, there's too many of that.
Well,
but
maybe we'll do a special episode one day.
yeah, special Star Wars episode one day. But Legends of Tomorrow shows a lot of promise. It definitely does show a lot of promise.
It does. Look at the previews.
Yeah, definitely. Look, we got Brandon Roth, who used to be Superman, who's now Adam. The Flash is in there. Captain Cold is
Well, at
working
least
with
Brandon Roth is really doing something now. He
Yeah.
hasn't done it. I haven't seen him since that how to they say it in Ted, that god awful Superman movie.
Well, you know, I like Superman Returns. It's just that you can only do so much when you have one really good action scene.
Yeah,
You know.
I
And that was the plan.
especially liked how the S was smaller logos.
Yeah, how they did the suit was awesome too. I
I
like
just didn't like the whole boots with the S.
Oh,
That
that
looks
was
too
ridiculous.
childish.
Like, what
Too
the hell? Like,
childish.
Superman was here, look. There's his footprints all over the place.
Well, at least when he kicked the ass of a bad guy, you know who kicked his ass. That'd
True.
probably be the only benefit.
And then with, you know, Legends Tomorrow, like I said, it looks promising. And
Yeah,
there's a lot of ideas they could throw with this show, especially with the time travel.
Yeah.
I mean, they could go to different timelines and,
Change shit just to do it.
yeah. And Legends Tomorrow, it does look very promising. And honestly, it could open a lot of doors up. I mean, they could time travel, okay? And then with
Yeah.
Flash's world, since it's all based in the same world, he could go to different worlds. Because like, there's
Exactly, and
Earth 2. What's to say, you know, one episode they're like, okay, there's an Earth 2. What about Earth 3? What if Earth 3 is Smallville? What if
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
what if Earth 4 is Supergirl? What if
Earth.
they cross over to, there's supposedly going to be a future Teen Titans live action show. Now, like we all said before, everything is owned by Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
DC Entertainment. It is plausible that they could cross over. Now, if they get their papers in order and all their contracts ready, like they did with Spider-Man with the Civil War,
Yeah.
they can totally do this. But I think with Legends of Tomorrow, they
How
can
much
really,
is it gonna cost though? That's the
Yeah.
thing. That's gonna cost.
But
But don't forget,
yes.
Spider-Man did not come cheap.
No, he didn't. He had a flop twice. But I think it's good to have, you know, the crossovers because it just goes to show, oh, watch this episode, and then we'll explain what's going on in this episode. And have like with Legends Tomorrow, Flash, Arrow. Flash comes on
Again,
first, Arrow.
you
and-
said the crossover. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Regardless. The Flash is gonna cross over. They're gonna cross over Green Lantern, or not Green Lantern, Green Arrow.
Green Arrow, yeah.
I would like to see a Green Lantern,
I think they'll introduce Green Lantern.
but I don't know how far that's gonna go.
Yeah,
The
I-
whole Ryan Reynolds one was kind of.
yeah. I don't agree.
Even he was disappointed in it.
It was like, don't make the suit green or animated.
So, I guess-
if you mention it in your next superhero movie, you know you hated that movie.
Exactly,
You know,
but it put some change in his pocket, so
it did. You know,
he didn't hate it too much. But back to Legends of Tomorrow, it's gonna lead to
it's going a lot of doors up.
exactly
You know.
with Batman vs Superman coming in with to lead to a Justice League movie.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna dip into this Justice League TV show. They're gonna have to,
Yeah.
especially with Smallville. After Smallville, years ago, but still.
Yes. I agree.